guys.
That is so true. Well, I'm glad, both of you made it, even though, you're not feeling too well. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you for guest hosting.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, I will say I was reading this book and I had to listen to it. I had Siri read it to me or Alexa, whatever. But I had her read it to me because there's no way I could focus. So I might not remember everything, and I apologize for that. But I feel like I retained more listening to it than I would have if I read it. Because if I had read it, I probably would have just like gotten to the end of a chapter and been like, "What happened here?"
Bree was in the chat before I was even in StreamYard, so she's the MVP of tonight's live. We are here. Yes, Alicia. We got one more. Is that, hey, Aaron. Hey, Bree. Long time no see. So yeah, we're almost a full house. One more person.
We got room for one more.
We would have had a full house, but thank you everybody for coming and doing the live stream with us. We really appreciate you. We are discussing this beauty here, protecting his witness.
Hold tight. I didn't even think to look at that. This just tells you how into it I'm. I set it up and I was specifically like, I gotta make sure that you can see it when it comes live, and that didn't happen. Maybe I should just tilt this.
You're not yourself. It's fine.
I'm not.
Bree's just spamming at this point. It's totally fine.
That's all good.
I appreciate it.
Active chat room.
I appreciate it. But yeah, protecting his witness by the queen herself, Julianne Lindsey.
There she is.
Oh, she's here.
Hello,
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
The queen is here. The queen has arrived. I did the laundry and now I'm ready for this. Yay!
There you go.
Oh, okay. So you like to hear people talk about romance rather than reading them. Okay, got it. Hi, princess. How are you? Hit the thank you. You're so sweet. Hey, Julie. Okay, so I feel like this one wasn't as dark as book number 1.
Nope. Although there was something that happened. Moments. Yeah, it had its moments. Yeah. There was a moment on campus that we heard about that referenced some trigger topics from the first book, and I was like, "What is happening in this campus? Like, I need all you guys to like lock it down."
All these guys just need to stop. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we did get that reference of the first book, and but yeah, this I was kind of a little bit more on edge because I felt for our heroine because she was pregnant in this book. So I feel like I felt like stakes were higher. I'm just like, don't you hurt that baby,
right? Well, at one point she like ran out of the house. The girl said run. I'm like, she's 7 months pregnant. I don't think running is a good idea. At the same time, it's like run or die. So I understand that.
Oh yeah. So I was very worried about her the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Alicia told me she would be here, so I'm like, thank you. Saying hi. Yeah, she was pregnant. So but I felt like she held her own, even though there was a couple of times where, she was hitting people upside the head with skillets and stuff.
Yeah, that was great. I love that.
Yes.
Grandmother skillet always works.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I love that comment. Thank you so much. We did it.
We did it, guys. He met the end. He deserved. Oh gosh, that's so funny.
Do we have a date for the next one?
Do we have a
date in the series? Is there a date for the next one in the series?
Okay, so I think it's October. I don't know if it's specifically this one. I'm gonna assume so.
I'm excited for the next one. I'm assuming it's Derek's book.
Yeah.
I am in love with Derek. I need a Derek in my life.
He's been my favorite.
I think October and November are the next two, because October I have in my things. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the titles. Go ahead, Nicole. You
Okay,
go.
thank you. Thank you. So the third book in the Heartland Heroes series will be released September 28th of this year.
What's the name of it?
It is, it's on Amazon. It says Kentucky Crime Ring.
Well, that's not what I have.
Working
September, I
title.
only have her. We can say it now, right?
That's what Amazon says. Julie, help.
Because I have Stay Hidden for October 12th.
October
Because I
12th.
know it was supposed to be something else, and then she told us that they changed the name, so I wrote that down, but I don't remember when it was beforehand. And then November.
Amazon's not letting me pre-order a lot of her books for some reason.
Rude.
I'm like,
Don't they know
I'm like,
we
what's the
had
point of
meats?
pre-ordering if you can't click the button?
That's messed
Like,
up.
why?
I would not be surprised if Amazon got this stuff wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. But Shannon's here. Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Hi,
Shannon.
So many wonderful guests, and we're just wondering when you're going to be a guest. No pressure.
Yes,
or anything,
Shannon.
but yeah, Shannon. When are you going to be a guest?
She knows everything anyway. So
Right?
she knows
She's like, you
everything.
know
before we
what? I gotta control the chat. She's like, I'm in the chat.
do.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we got it. Kentucky Crime Ring. Derek's book. I love Derek. Yeah, he's so funny. Bringing her two different kinds of pickles.
Right?
Mint chocolate chip ice cream. I mean, that's commitment. Then Stay Hidden is his
Dangerous
PI partner's
Abduction.
book. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
got it.
Mhm.
October/November is then okay. So it's October,
Gotcha.
November is for then Stay Hidden. Okay, and actually, I am kind of. I'm a little upset that Isaac isn't getting his book. I
We
mean,
mentioned him
It is
this time,
upsetting.
though.
Yeah.
because there was a really sweet scene in this book with Isaac where he lets Blaze
step
hear
aside.
the-
I was just like, what is he doing? And he's like, do you hear that strong heartbeat? And I was like, Isaac, what are you doing to me? I was like, I'm emotional and I don't know why.
So yeah, he was just like, he's like, put these on. You hear this? Like, do you hear it? And even Blaze was like, if something's wrong, how am I gonna know? What are you doing?
I'm a doctor.
He's like, you are the one with the expertise. Why are you letting me do this? And he's like, you hear that strong heartbeat? I was like,
Yeah, because at first I was really nervous. I couldn't hear. There was no heart. Like, you couldn't hear it at first. So I was like, what are you doing? Are you trying to tell me there's no heartbeat? Like, Isaac, don't
Oh
be
my
cruel. Just tell me, rip it off like a Band-Aid. It's okay. It'll hurt like bitch. I need it. I need to know.
Isaac
Oh.
would never do that.
I know, but I went dark for a minute. Okay, it's been a bad few days. I don't have much to look forward to.
Oh gosh. Oh, maybe for the Witchling you'd be a guest. Okay, yay. I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna put your name in there.
No pressure.
You're just gonna
Being
be
written in for you.
fine.
That's how
Fine.
we got Aaron for a lot of these.
I know.
Randomly,
Yeah.
Nicole just starts tagging him. You're here.
Because I thought I heard him say like in a previous live stream, oh yeah, I'll be here for the next one. But then and so I was sharing everything and I'm like, oh yeah, Aaron's gonna be here. And then I look on the sign up sheet, I'm like, his name's not on here. He's gonna be here.
We guilt tripped you into it. Oh, words.
Yep.
Words are hard today, guys.
I was just like, you know what? I tagged you. You have to be there. So I penciled myself in on my own schedule. So that works.
I mean, pencil can be erased, so I will say that.
Put it in pen.
That's right.
Sharpie.
Yeah. Is there anything more permanent than a Sharpie?
I don't know.
Tattoo it on.
There
Huh?
you go.
Tattoo it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's super permanent. You'd have
I
to
was
be
like, I'll
really
take the Sharpie. As long as the intent would have been that it could have been a tattoo at some point.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay. And also, I didn't read the synopsis. I don't ever read the synopsis before going into the book.
Mhm.
Same.
So I actually was like aghast when she had revealed that it was Blaze's baby. I'm like, what? They had a relationship previously? No.
Like, that's so
yes.
It's so terrible that he couldn't actually like find out, that she had to keep it from him for so long. And it was so sweet that she kept the gender like at least so he can have this. I was like, that's so beautiful, guys. It's okay. Someone's just chopping onions nearby.
Yeah, there was a lot of wholesomeness in there in the relationship here. I was a little disappointed that there's not like a prequel to this one of like the adventure they have, you know, of hunting down Luciano.
Yes. Yeah. I would have, Julie. There's a request.
You want to put a novella out there?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is a second chance, sort of. You know, they had to be separated, you know, for reasons, and I was just like, they kept referencing it. It was referenced, but not enough. I wanted more detail of their first encounter, and you know,
sounded good.
Yeah, it did.
I was here for it. I was ready.
Shannon says it's exciting to see all of us. Well, it's exciting to be here. I love this. I love it.
Same.
So yeah, there were reasons they had to be, you know, separated. She's basically in witness protection because she is a witness of this terrible guy's, all the stuff that he has done, murder to the nth degree. I mean, he was killing everybody. He was killing everybody. He was trying to make this trial not go to court. He was like, no, you know, because he knew that with all these witnesses and all of the evidence that he was going to go away for a very long time. And he didn't want that. So he just starts killing everybody left and right.
Didn't he kill the baby's mom at one point? Not our main character, but like his own
ex
wife.
His ex-girlfriend or ex-wife. I can't remember.
I was like, that's some cruel shit right there.
Yeah.
And the guy she went on the date with when the car accident right after that.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Isn't that is such like a brain fuck, because they had been separated, or you know, she had left, and it had been like 4 years. So she's like, oh, I'm safe now. I can continue my life.
Nobody's safe.
I'm going to be happy and go on a date with this guy. And he's like, oh, you thought, and like kills him. I was like, oh my gosh.
But the thing is the breakup was mutual.
Yeah.
Right.
So how are you going to do that when the breakup is mutual?
When you snap, you snap.
He's like, if I can't have you, nobody
can.
Nobody. And I'm like, dang, she thought she was safe
like
for 4 years.
One in the beginning was what was her name? Clara?
Oh,
yes.
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
One that was like at the appointments with her. I was like, oh,
I was hoping that she was
in the first 15 pages. Like, why?
Yeah, I'm like, please don't be dead. Please don't be dead.
Yeah.
Well, I was worried that if she didn't die, that she was going to be in on it, and that it was all a ruse. So, like, I went dark on that thought. I was just like, she seems so nice, but like, if her body's like missing and she's not like defined as dead, I'm like, oh my god, if she's not dead, she's got to be in on it. I don't know how, and I don't know how it's going to work out, but I was prepared for that.
that would have broken my heart more.
Oh yeah, if she was the dirty marshal that was given all the inside info to this guy, that would have broke my heart more. Yeah, seriously, it was so sad. That was actually my first post-it note. Is like that when when she had died, I was like, oh my gosh, they were such good friends, and really you're put in a situation, and that's the person that's protecting you, the person that you see the most, you know, and you kind of have to, it's natural to create a very, you know, tight bond in life or death situations. And when they're the literal only person that you talk to for months. But I just she really cared about her and wanted to, you know, do right by her and make sure her, you know, she had the best, you know, OB and got to her appointments. And I was just like, why'd you have to die?
I was actually hoping the whole time, I'm like, let it be that she was just injured and they just like let it out there that she was dead just to like confuse people, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be awesome, you know?
Yeah.
I was really hoping.
I was holding out hope.
Right?
I was like, dang, that was kind of bad. But she, you know, she was like, you know what to do. You know, if anything goes down, you know, your job is to run, get out of there. Yeah. And she did it. She ran. I don't know exactly how far it was, but she ran to his house, and she's like, 7 months pregnant. It's out there. It's freezing. She's cold. And I'm like, oh my gosh. woman, you are.
Yeah. Didn't she walk like 5 miles or something?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly how far, but I was like, any kind, like, especially, you know, in her condition, it's nighttime. I wouldn't even be able to tell which direction I was going. I'm like, where am I? Like, I have no idea.
Well, and that's part of what they rehearsed, I thought. Like, she had the timetables for all of the bus schedules. She had all of that down. I'm like, that's kind of terrifying that you need to know that, but I guess it's also good that you do know that.
So be prepared for the worst, so you're not, like, scrambling when it actually does happen, you know?
Oh, yeah. She should have brought a jacket both times. She always got her shoes. The second time, I was like, good job on the shoes. A jacket. Let's get that on. It's the middle of winter. You are pregnant. Like, come on.
So the funny line after that was when she said, "I don't know what I would have done if you moved," because I thought that was hysterical.
Some random front porch.
Just break it down, being like, well, I live here now.
People are after me. Yeah, but that was, you know, I really liked her. Maisie, she was, you know, like I said, she was hitting people upside the head with frying pans, and she was saving the men in this, you know, because she was, okay, Derek was doing his part, but there's multiple people storming the cabin, and, you know, Derek is taking care of, you know, his side. But then Blaze, I think at this point, you know, someone's either, you know, choking. I think someone's choking him. They have like a garrote, and they're choking him. And she was like, not my man. And then I just had this tangled moment, you know, of, you know, Rapunzel hitting over the head. And I'm just like, frying pans, who knew, right?
Right? When in doubt.
Frying pan it out.
Oh, but yeah, I really liked her. She, you know, she's very tough, you know, and she's put in the situation where she has to be, you know, and even though she has a lot on the line, not only just her own life, but she's carrying a baby, and she's still willing to, you know, put herself in that kind of danger to do the right thing and testify to make sure this man, you know, pays for what he's done. So, and Blaze also was like, you know what, no one would talk bad, or no one would fault you for, you know, if you decided to not do it, because you have a lot more to think about, you know, and she's like, well, it's kind of the same thing. You put on that badge and you go out there and put yourself in danger every day, and, you know, just to see that justice is done, and I'm going to do that same thing. And he's like, well, I'm not pregnant. And, you know, and she was like, listen, like, what kind of person would I be if I, you know, kind of, you know, tucked tail and ran and didn't do the right thing here? And this guy kills another person, and all of these people that he has killed in the past, all of that is in vain. So I really like her. I like her a lot.
Oh yeah.
She's probably, she's in my top 5 Julie and Lindsey heroines for sure.
Name them, go.
Oh my God.
I do it. I'd be
Beverly.
like, I like them all.
I'm like, Beverly, no, I can't. But she's up there.
All of them are awesome.
All of them are great. She writes really great characters.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so let me just see my post-it notes here of what we haven't talked about.
You know, this is like way towards the end, but it's funny. It's not funny. Anyways, so how she was in like the forest without the jacket and everything, I thought it was fun that they had the helicopter, just because we read the patient's price and we're like, your man brought you a helicopter. And I was like, he did it again. Blaze is here for the win. Technically it was for the bad guy, but it's okay. He commandeered it for you.
That's right.
Exactly. He was like, you know what? Change of plans. This guy's handcuffed to a tree. He's fine. He's not going anywhere. Get my woman.
She's 7 months pregnant. Oh.
Yeah, she went into labor early because she was like, oh, it's these Braxton Hicks contractions. I'm like, I don't think so, honey. I think it's a real thing. Especially after she went to her doctor's appointment and her OB is just like, oh, you're 2 centimeters dilated and she's still having contractions. I'm like, these are it. You're going into labor.
You're like, too much stress is happening right now. Your body is like, abort.
Yeah.
Let's get this out into the world. Let's take care of it a different way.
The baby's like, come on, let me out. I'll get him.
Yeah.
Let me at him, Mom.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like there's too much excitement going on. It's like I need to see what all the fuss is about. Let's
That's
just
right,
do
yeah.
it. Let's just do it. But I really my post-it note, my next post-it note that we haven't talked about yet is how Blaze didn't want her to, basically leave, his house because she's like, I've got a picture. I seen the guy that, was shooting up the cabin and who shot Clara. I have a picture of the guy. Take me to the sketch artist. We can get this guy. And he was just like, how about you describe him to me? And I'll go to the sketch artist. I'm like,
that's not
hey,
where that's supposed
honey,
to go.
That's not how this works.
But you know what? Maybe Blaze has read a Julianne Lindsay book, because when this one and the last one, anytime that they go somewhere or they're separated for more than 2 minutes, like
It's
shit goes down.
station.
The police station is not
The
safe.
bathroom in the police station.
Right? Yeah.
I know, right? Like, you would think you'd be the safest there of all places,
Yeah,
and
right?
those times you get attacked in the bathroom. Out
In
of
the
police station.
bathroom.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
So what this has
Like,
taught me is
why?
if I'm ever in a police station and I have to
Don't go in
pee,
the bathroom.
go find a separate location. Excuse me, where's the nearest fast food restaurant? I gotta go to the
Find a
bathroom.
bush.
We got
At
one
that
back
point,
here.
like,
It's not
a
safe.
fern.
Not
Fur.
safe.
Whatever.
You are ever in a police station, do not go to the bathroom. It's not safe.
Without a stun gun.
Yeah.
Without a
With-
stun
Oh,
gun.
yeah.
That's true.
She tased this guy. I'm like, yeah, you go, girl. Tase him.
Well, then
I
he
love
still
it.
got away. Like, no. How do
He
you
did.
get
I
up
was
from
like, I'm
that?
sorry.
Yeah.
Like, how many volts of electricity from a taser, and you're just gonna get up and walk out like nothing? Like, turn it up, turn it all the way up.
She probably had it on the lowest setting. She didn't know better.
Like, just like,
I still feel like
Yeah.
that would flatten you for a while.
hi everyone, I've been here the whole time. The desktop switch wasn't available on tablet using. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Hi, how are you? Glad you're here. Thanks. But so yeah, I was just, and I thought, I knew they weren't going to catch him because like that's too easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too
It
soon.
was too early in the
There's
book.
still too much book left.
Yeah,
It was too early in the book.
I do that
Can't be
sometimes too, where
settled.
something bad goes down, and I'm like, it can't end here because there's way too much more to go.
I really like that is so suspicious because everything's worked out. Everyone's like they're living their happily ever after, and I was like, do you have like this much left in the book? I'm like, no, something's gonna go down. I don't trust it. It's Liz. Sorry, I forgot to.
Liz,
Hi, Liz. Elizabeth. Do you prefer Liz? We can call you Liz. That's fine.
Either one.
Whichever one you want. It's your name. It's your name. So yeah, I was just like the whole sketch artist thing, and I was like, that's not how this works. I mean, you know that. Stop being ridiculous.
Although the whole thing with the taser when he was giving it to her, I really thought it was fun. Not fun, but like he goes, I don't care if you tase 100 innocent people.
Right.
Right? Like, just do it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He was like, I would rather you, just be safe. Tase everybody. It's fine. Go on
Yeah.
a tasing rampage. It's
Better
fine.
to ask for forgiveness.
That's right.
That is
Be like, I'm 7 months
insane.
pregnant. I was suspicious. People are coming after me. You should have
It's a thing.
known. It's your own fault.
I just feel like I'm Darcy on Thor. He's like, you tased him. She's like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. At least she owns it. And I love how when she goes under, like she has to like change her appearance. So she dyes her hair. She cuts she does like this hack job of her baby. She has the fake beauty mark, the glasses. And he's like, you look like a hot librarian. I'm like, you would. You would.
You knew he wanted to get it on as soon as they came back and together. You were like, oh, like I need it to happen more than you do.
But it's too late in the pregnancy for that to happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's how she got away with it, you know, being like fade to black, because she's like, she can't really even have sex anyway because she's like 7 months pregnant. We could have had some cunnilingus. We could have had some fingering. I'm just saying. There's lots of ways there are lots of ways to have sex. I'm just saying. We could have had it. We could have had it.
I'm not sure that the Harlequin would do that in this type of genre.
Julie, does Harlequin intrigue allow cunnilingus?
I would pay for that book. It's like I would pay for that book to be printed.
No, it's the thing. It's up to the individual writer. But absolutely.
Okay, so Harlequin intrigue allows cunnilingus, and you didn't write, ma'am.
At least from some of the ones that I've read.
Can you send me that list?
Yeah,
I know. Send me the Harlequin cunnilingus list, please. I'm just wondering how many times I can say cunnilingus in my live stream.
I just wonder what my parents.
My father doesn't know I'm on here, so
that's what I was about to say. I'm like, my parents were like, maybe we should pop in and see how you're doing on the live stream, and I'm like, not now.
Yeah, my husband just walked by and gave me a look as he walked by.
He's like, Sarah, what book are you reading? Cunnilingus.
Oh, he knows what kind of books I read.
I know. Oh, yeah. I got my headphones in just yeah. Even though since it's, going into summertime, the sun is still up, in Phoenix, but it is, the live streams after dark, things can just be talked about at that point.
What's this summertime you speak of? We had snow this morning.
I really love how I put you in the StreamYard live, and you're wearing a jacket that looks fur lined, and like you look like you have like fleece in there, and I'm like, I'm hot just looking at you.
I know, I'm like, I'm ready to take off my little jacket, being like, I'm gonna top it up. It's hot.
It's only it's like 30. It's 35 here right now. I'm kind of sick.
Oh my God.
I'm like, it's April. Why?
And we're like, it's 95 here, and we're like, it's April. Why?
I'm like, be nice to us.
Oop, Jen's tripping.
I had to. I was like debating on it, and then we're talking about it, and I'm like, I am looking in you in that jacket, and I'm going, you saw me fanning myself not 10 minutes ago. I'm like, it's hot.
It's like, it's not just blaze, it's just really hot. It is literally so hot in freaking Arizona right now.
Oh man,
we had snow today and sun. Oh, so they just don't know. It did have wind.
Blow the hot air in your face.
So it's like an oven, when you open the oven to check on your cookies, but there's no cookies.
And you can't close the oven door.
What's the point?
There's no cookies. The snow did melt. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it did. It's all gone.
It's all gone.
But it still snowed.
And
I was like, send it our way.
It'll be like 80.
Send
I'm like,
down.
I don't get it.
Because I know we're not about to reach our first 100-degree day, and it's not even May. Like, seriously?
Well, although my weather app did say that tomorrow is supposed to be much cooler, so I'll take it. Because anything at this point is better than...
Much cooler, 89. Perfect. I'll imagine such a warm existence. No cookie. It is. It's a lose-lose. Ain't no one winning here. I can't even turn on my actual oven to make cookies because I don't want to heat the house up.
No. At least it gets cool at night, but cool now is like 60s. It used to be cooler than that, but yeah in the morning and late at night, it's like, like 58 to 62 degrees. So that's nice. So you kind of need a light jacket in the morning, but then by afternoon, it's full on summer. Yeah.
When I was a kid, we used to go for March break. I did it a couple times. I went to Florida to visit my grandparents. They wintered in Florida like most Canadians. But anyway, I would get on the plane here in March and have like winter coat, hat, and I get off the plane in Florida and go, what the hell? It was just such a trip to your mind. Like, I've been in plane for 3 hours. How is this a thing?
I like to describe it because they have a humid heat. So for Arizona, I always use the example, Nicole, you're 100% right. Arizona's a dry heat. It's like opening the oven to get cookies. There are no cookies, and the oven is just on all the time. Then, like, the East Coast or Florida, the humid heat is like opening up your dishwasher and never being able to close that because that is miserable.
That's the best way.
Okay. Makes sense.
It is.
It's the worst. I never knew people when they were like, oh, but it's a dry heat. And I'm like, oh, yeah, a dry heat, it's so much better. And then I experienced what a humid heat was, and I'm like, it is. A dry heat is superior. I will take it every day of the week.
Because you can't breathe.
You can't.
Mhm.
No.
I legit can't live in certain states because I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You feel like you're burning to death and drowning at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you get out of the shower, you never get dry. Your hair never gets dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's why now when people say, but at least it's a dry heat, and I'm like, you're right. It is a dry heat. I'll take it.
I actually have a shirt. It's an Arizona shirt, and it's like the skeleton by a cactus. And he was like, "It's a dry heat." I love that shirt. I love that shirt.
Absolutely, Shannon. Absolutely.
Dry heat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Tangent over. Okay, here we go.
I mean, we're going to go on another one. We all know it.
There'll be several.
3 or 4 before it's over.
The next scheduled tangent is going to be T-minus 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's generous. I was like, it was 5 minutes before we go down another path.
Always. You're welcome, Shannon.
Okay, so yeah, my next post-it note is when after she tased the guy and they go and search the bathroom and he's not there. I was like, you slippery little weasel. Gosh, dang it. But yeah, it's only page 90. Of course, they're not getting caught. They're not getting caught then. There's too much book left over.
You know what's going to happen one of these times? We're going to say this, and then Julie's just like, you know what? I'm going to solve it halfway through, and then there's going to be stuff that happens in the second half that just comes out of nowhere on you. Just to spite us, being like, you didn't think it was going to end because there's too much book left, but here you go.
She like introduces a new villain like halfway through the book. We're like, what is going on?
That's how we get Isaac's book. You just throw it. Finish someone in 100 pages, and then Isaac for the last half.
He's like the sweetest one out of the bunch. Like,
I know.
nothing can happen to him.
Second half of the book would be book 2. Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny. Or like she just wraps it up halfway through and it's just their happily ever after.
Yeah.
With cunnilingus.
We just get
And then here we are just
another
reading.
pregnancy.
And then all the rest of this book is for Nicole.
Yeah. Half a book of epilogue.
Yes. We're just waiting for something like the other shoe to drop, and we're like, and then we get to the end, we're like, oh, that was like 75 pages of happily ever after. I love it. That would be awesome. Catch the villain and a new one.
Surprise!
Oh, the apprentice.
Ooh.
He had a sidekick. Awesome, Shannon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Julie, we have some great ideas here. I'm just saying, actually, can you make like a novella or like an ebook or just send me the PDF of all of like just the sexual stuff that you weren't allowed to add in? Just all of it.
You can write it even though it's fade to black and then like, so right here where this would have happened, this scene arises. So like if you felt the need to write it, we would read it. We would pay you for that.
I would pay you.
Oh,
money.
absolutely.
From Cade County Protectors all the way to Heartland Heroes, like all of the romantic suspense. Like I just need
start with Wes, please.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it.
He's my favorite.
Wes, yeah.
I mean, he's got handcuffs. Let's get creative.
I mean, I feel like all of these men in, some kind of law enforcement have handcuffs. I mean, they can put them to use. All of these men have handcuffs, and there's not even one handcuff scene.
Nothing.
Not even one.
I mean, there was a guy handcuffed to a tree, but that wasn't what I was looking
That's
for.
not what I was looking for. That's not the handcuff scene I'm looking for, Jen.
Hey, you know what? If they could all get together, it could work.
We could all get together. Yes. Group orgy. Yes. Yes.
Being like, before we cart you off to jail, let's go ahead.
I mean, who knows what those officers that dealt with them after that, you know?
Oh my God.
Did we make it 10 minutes before that?
Is it really a tangent though? Give us a theme and we'll start brainstorming the next week. We will outline your entire book. It's fine. Okay.
And the mobster is always Italian. I'm like, I'm Italian. We're not all mobsters. Like, I'm Italian. I'm like, can you get Russian or something?
You're like, I don't know the mob. What's going on here? Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, so my next post note is when Blaze was giving Maisie that foot massage that kind of went higher to like a back of the knee massage. And I'm like, higher.
We were all thinking it.
I'm like, higher,
I was
please.
wrong. Sorry to jump in. I was wrong. No, no graphic sexual details in the intrigues. I was thinking of the romantic suspense. My apologies.
But these are romantic suspense, aren't? No, they're
there's
intrigue.
a different line. There's another
You're
line
right.
for the Harlequin romantic suspense line.
It's actually called
it's
romantic
still up.
suspense.
Yeah, my apologies.
Dang it.
We'll forgive you, Sarah.
We still need that PDF of all of those.
And they're like the same color too, so that makes it tough too. They're very close in color.
You're correct. Yeah.
The romantic suspense, I think, is like a maroon, but yeah, yes.
And then there's this purple for the intrigues. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
We have red for Blaze.
We had.
Blay. Oh, yeah, had.
Blay.
I still love the pink and black. Even I wish they would print those because they're so pretty.
Oh, the dare?
Yeah, I love them so much. Even though I'm not a huge fan of pink.
Sarah, I'm just gonna hold this book up so you remember what we're gonna be doing with Bree.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. I love it. Yay. Vampire Cowboys. It's happening.
Did we ever find a samurai book for Bianca?
We did, yes, and I meant to read it, but I didn't.
I haven't seen Bianca in a while. I thought about that the other day. I was like, where's Bianca?
She did message me and she said she has caught up on all of her watch later for YouTube, but yeah, she hasn't read these last couple of books. So
God. Well, when you do watch this, hi Bianca.
hi.
We do notice when you guys are gone. Let's just say it.
I do. Yeah. Like we'll talk about it after like we end the live stream. We're like, oh yeah, they weren't here, or whoever, we talk about you guys.
All good things. All good things.
I mean,
I feel like we should preface that.
I know we're not in like the behind the scenes talking shit.
Oh, that one showed up again.
Here we go. Romantic suspense line is yes, but intrigue is no. Yeah, rude. So hold on, let me write a note for myself to buy romantic suspense line.
I can give you a list of good ones.
Yes, send it to me.
You
Okay, perfect.
Your podcast is killing me, by the way, with my TBR.
Oh, just wait. On Saturday, we have Miss Nicole's episode is going to be on.
On Saturday, I'm so excited. I'm 3 episodes behind, but I'm gonna be driving.
I'm 2 behind.
I love it. Yeah. So Sarah, if everybody didn't know, Sarah has a podcast. Talk about it, Sarah.
The Categorically Romance podcast. So if anyone's into category romance, be sure to check it out. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Podbeam, a bunch of places.
Yes.
I listen to you on Castbox too if people are looking for that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Intrigue is stressful enough it couldn't handle. Oh, okay. I know that these, if you handled these ones, these are pretty dark. So I feel like if you got these ones.
We talked to Katie Richards, and she explained to us the difference between intrigue and romantic suspense. So the intrigue novels, the mystery itself is your A plot. The romance is your B plot. In the romantic suspense, the romance is the A plot. The suspense is the B plot.
Romantic suspense. Got it.
There, in case anyone wanted to know.
Thank you. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. And that's why the heat is higher on the romantic suspense.
I like it already. Sarah to the rescue. Yeah, any questions you have about category romances, Sarah is your go-to. She is the queen of category romances.
Woohoo! Next week?
Yes, not next week, the 5th.
The Cinco de Drinko.
I was like, oh, like Rule of Wolves is on Cinco de Mayo. We're gonna have margaritas for that live
Have
stream.
stuff to make margaritas too.
I can't drink tequila anymore.
Oh no.
No.
I do dumb stuff when I drink tequila. No more.
To kill ya. It's to kill ya.
Mm-hmm.
I think the vampire was Vampire Samurai. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Shannon. Oh,
she has it on her wish list.
That was, like that was months ago. You amaze me. Would you make a video on romantic suspense?
I will add it to my list of videos. Yes.
Your category romance video or your category video in general. I needed to know like where the steam was at, and I'm glad that you went from steamiest to less steam. So I knew which ones to write down quickly.
The steamiest first, please. Yes.
I just finished Love Inspired Suspense. I'm like, this one was awfully preachy. I'm like, oh wait, it's a faith-based.
It's the inspired line.
And I'm not mocking anyone who's faith-based. Don't think that. But as I'm reading, I'm like, this is awfully preachy.
You forgot what you were reading for a second.
I did.
Well, we got another listener. Now you have an incentive. Yes.
Oh,
Spotify. Yes, on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
I think intrigue are more intense than romantic suspense.
Yeah. Although the romantic suspense I finished last night involved a serial killer, and it was graphic.
Ooh.
Really?
Like the actual killing part?
Yes.
What's the title of that?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need to know that to stay away from it.
It was called Agents Mountain Rescue by Jennifer D. Bockel, but it's the second in a series. Read the first one first. It's the Wyoming Nights series. It's a romantic suspense.
Wyoming.
It was good. So it's a 3-book series, and they all follow the serial killer.
Hold on,
boy.
Professor.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. I got it.
What was the name of the series again?
Wyoming Nights.
I was downloading free Kindle books, so I had a wish list open.
Yeah, smart.
Oh my god, I get that BookBub email every day, and like, here's your free books. And I'm like, download. I'm like, get it.
Like, I had to push it down. I get them twice a week now because I can't. I would buy too many. I can't. And then I don't read them because they're on my Kindle and I forget about them.
Yep.
Same. I've downloaded episode 1. Yay!
Thank you.
I listen to it when I'm cleaning. That's my cleaning podcast.
I listen to podcasts while I get ready for bed at night. It's just something like nice. It's like you're having a conversation with someone. It's like,
right?
You guys get me. I like this.
All right, tangent over. Okay.
Next one in. No.
Next one.
In 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, my next post-it note. I legit I was like, oh, it's when Blaze found the Lamaze classes online.
Yes. Oh my god, it was so cute.
I was like, you are so adorable. And then, it turned into like some, kissing. It could have led to heavy petting, but it didn't. She's like, I can. I'm like, why? I don't understand.
It was a little frustrating that these two wouldn't just talk to each other about how they were feeling.
Oh, okay.
That's a staple, though.
Honestly, can I just say that it was seriously like one chapter before the epilogue. Like the bad guy was caught, she's out of the hospital, she was she was like, oh yeah, I'm like bunking with Blaze just so until I can save enough money to get a place for myself. I'm like, wait,
you don't need a place for yourself.
What?
We're in the same bed.
I'm
like, yeah, exactly.
Like what?
I was like, wait, what? Have you guys not talked this through yet? Have you not confessed your undying love after the life or death situation you were just in?
Yeah.
Have you not read? Have you not read previous romantic suspenses? Like,
I was ready for them to say that they had 2 separate beds, like I Love Lucy, in the same room.
Yeah.
Like, come on!
not separate. Not 2 separate beds. I mean, come on. Listen to the podcast. Nice.
Thank you.
Bree, you are. I love you so much. She's on it.
So true.
The classic combo, 30-second combo. 30 seconds. It's like, I'm just gonna save enough money until I can get a place of my own. Why? Why? Like, seriously? I will say
the way he proposed was cute with the that was adorable. Like, I'm not into like cutesy stuff like that, but that was adorable.
Oh, I like it when he's just like me and I can't remember the daughter's name at this point. I know that Claire was the middle name. I can't remember the sister.
Natalie.
He's like, we have these nice talks in the middle of the evening, and I was like, that's so cute. What do you guys talk about?
It's very one-sided. Very one-sided.
Like, he changed his diapers because a lot of men don't change diapers.
That's so bizarre to me.
Cat. Sorry.
I don't like. I don't understand why like guys my age are like, we've never changed a diaper. I'm like, you have younger siblings. You've never changed a diaper.
Yeah.
What?
Some of the older men I have talked to, and they say it as almost like a brag of like, I never changed one diaper. It's like, wow, and you're still married?
She didn't leave you yet?
Aaron, you're like, weird flex, but okay. Never changed the diaper. All right.
You can't level up until you change that diaper.
Right?
Exactly. But yeah, that was very frustrating. I'm like, y'all, did you not get your lines before we like read the book? Like, you got to know, like, you got to say I love you after you almost die. You just have to do it. That's how these books work. They didn't get their lines. That's what happened.
No, she just spoiled us with Impact Zones. Impact Zone where we had 2 adults that actually had conversations.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, that was so lovely.
Yeah, honestly,
I was like 2 adults finally.
Yeah.
Impact Zone hit differently because he was just. He's in my top 5, literally. So I'm telling you right now, I'm just like, oh my gosh, you were communicating your emotions. What? So weird. But yeah, that was seriously 30-second conversation, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
I've never changed a diaper. No young people in my family yet. You haven't had the opportunity.
Fine, yeah.
It's fine. If you haven't had the opportunity, I'm not saying go change a stranger's baby diaper.
That's
you don't have
weird.
to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think it's weird when you're like 1 of 7 and you've never changed a diaper. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
The youngest in the family. Now that they've said that, I'm like, have I? I've done it supervised, but I was like, have I done that by myself? And I'm really thinking hard. I don't know if I have.
I used to when I babysat, but my brother used to come over with his kids when they were still little, and he'd say, "Oh, can you?" I'm like, "That's not Auntie Sarah's job."
Yeah. There's certain diapers that you're just like, no, I won't put.
Yeah, no.
That's your job.
That's Mommy and Daddy's job.
I'll play with their fingers while you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Shannon's never changed a diaper. When I was younger, like, and my older sister, had her, babies, and I would change, their diapers and stuff. But now that I'm an adult and cousins are having babies and stuff, when it's time to change the diaper, I'm just like, Mom, because I'm an adult and I don't have to do that.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's not yours,
No, yeah.
Like, you know what? I've been holding you. I'll feed you. I will rock you to sleep.
That's right.
But,
when you start screaming,
nope.
You go back to Mom and Dad.
How are you not potty trained yet?
That's the thing about being an aunt. You can just,
right?
have the baby for the good parts. When it's the bad
and feed him sugar and then send him home.
I was gonna say, fill them full of chocolate and send them home and give them the toys that make noise.
That's exactly what I do.
About being an older sister, I have younger siblings, so they're soon to be 7, 5, and 2. So that was my job. Give them sugar and like go home.
That's right.
I give it to them and I'm like, don't tell your mom I gave you this. And they're like, Mom, look what Nicole gave me. And I'm just like,
they will knock on you quicker than anybody.
Yeah, they will.
Cannot keep a secret.
Nope.
Aunt's jobs are mostly to be cool.
True.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I'm a good auntie, let me just tell you. Whether it be to the pet nephews and nieces or to my friends that consider me their auntie. So
yeah. All right, tangent over. Okay.
Is it though?
I feel like the book discussion is the tangent. And then, we'll just get back to catching up. It's fine.
I do have to say, I think she did the premature birth pretty well. Like, she must know somebody that had a premature baby. Because, I was premature at that point.
Oh, okay.
So, I kind of know what that's like.
What to look for.
Yeah.
I
was much smaller than that one, though. Than the baby.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I was 3 pounds 1 ounce when I was born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I came 2 months early, exactly, pretty much.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, I wanted out, so.
I can't stand here anymore. Can't do it. Yeah, I was 1 ounce away of being like 10 pounds, so I was big.
Oh my god.
Your poor mother.
Yeah. Yeah, my biological mother was big. What'd you say, Alicia?
Was it drug assisted or no at that point?
I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Either way, with the 3 pounds or the 10 pounds, it's a wow.
Either way, yeah.
My mom and my uncles were all. My mom was 9 pounds, and my uncles were all over 10 pounds.
Oh wow.
My poor grandmother.
Grandmother. These women, I tell you.
Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Kitty. Sorry, I'm gonna do that every time.
It was the 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I came out okay though.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. I
was like, my cat's just lying on the floor.
My
So
dogs
far
aren't
away.
even in here. My dogs aren't even in here.
Yeah, the cat's
I know. I was waiting for the squeaky toy noise.
Come on,
They're with their dad. They're with their dad now because he will seriously just chew on the squeaker and I'll take it away and then he'll look at me like I ruined everything and I can't have that. Come for the book, stay for the kitty side. I forgot what other live stream I was on, but then I could not get him to stop with the squeaker toy, and I kept trying to nonchalantly.
It was the one with Brady.
Oh, was it? I was like,
it was one of them that you had with Brady.
And I'm trying to get his attention, and he's ignoring me or just not listening because he's like, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the squeaker toy away from me, and you're gonna put it on the desk, and I'm not gonna be able to get it anymore. And he actually did get the squeaker out of that toy. Because that's what he does. He wants to get the squeaker out and then chew on the squeaker. He doesn't care about the toy. He cares about the squeaker. And he'll just chew on the squeaker. I have so many
And then the fluff ends up everywhere.
Oh,
that's what my dogs used to do. The
Right.
fluff ended up everywhere.
There's so many just massacred toys throughout the house. But there's just remnants of squeaker everywhere.
My dad stopped with his dog with toys, and now she just, before I moved, she was ripping up. She went through 5 beds in a week.
The beds.
She tore the big. She's a big dog, so and they were all over, all over. I was like, oh my god, I can't.
My youngest used to do that, but then he realized that if you chew up your pillow, you're gonna have because he's kenneled for most of the day when we're not, when we're not home. So it's if you chew up your bed, you're not going to have a bed. And then you're going to have to lay on the hard ground or like the bars of the kennel. It's like, do you want that? No. So he knows now.
But she's just a behemoth. She's a huge dog. She's a mastiff, so she's
wow.
Oh my lord! Wow,
Those are big dogs.
Huge.
I would
she weighed as much as me at 9 months.
Oh wow.
She's a big girl.
Dang. I would like a Tibetan Mastiff. I would like, you know, those dogs that look like polar bears. Yeah, I want one.
Yes.
And my husband's like, no.
Walking around the neighborhood.
No. It's like they would like literally just the cost of food would eat you out of house and home. Like they
pretty much. She goes through so much food. I'm like, how do you
how?
I don't even know.
It's terrible. Okay, really, the tangent's over now, guys. Okay.
No, it's not. Let's go on another one. Let's get it going. Let's roll it out. We're only 55 minutes into the live stream. It's fine.
Honestly, I'm serious. The book is the tangent. It's not. We
do love the book, Julie. It's a 5-star read.
Absolutely.
We don't have anyone to talk to, so this is it.
Like this is when we get to, you know, converse with the outside world.
And be social.
Yes, this is
talking with someone that likes books. It's wonderful.
When I texted you about the phone meeting that I had, she had me on the phone for like 2 hours because she's like, "You're the only human being I talk to that isn't my kids."
I work for customer service in a call center, and they're older people that call in, and like you're not supposed to let them talk for too long, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, we're going on a year and change of COVID. I'm like, these people need to talk to someone. Like, I don't mind because it gives me a moment to like debrief, and it's just it makes their day. So
Same.
You got to do it.
Yeah. In the medical field, you have, you know, these, you know, elderly patients that come in and literally you are who they see. Like you're it, you know.
Yep. You're like their little grandkid too in that moment too. They're just like, here's a little mint for you. I got this out of my pocket.
We had a patient, like we have patients like cookies or like little like pack. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. It's like you knew I had to get my second win, so you brought me a snack. I got it. Thank you.
Food is life.
That's really nice, you know, especially like in any kind of customer service, whether it be in retail or in the medical field. You know, it's like you have those patients or customers that are just like they really make it a trial for you. They're making you work for that weekend. But then you have these patients that just, you know, make it
for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Unfortunately, there are more of the nicer ones. It's just when you tell stories back, you tell the ones of the nightmares. And agree. That's mainly why I do it. Because I'm just like, I'm not going to push this person off the phone, especially because I do try to like get them to the end at some point and just being like, let's test the waters. Let's see where we're at. And if they're ready to let me go, they'll let me go. The only times where I try to push them off the line is when they get like really political and they have like really good conspiracy theories. Yeah. And I'm just like, all right. I'm a little bit over the conversation. It's no longer like sweet and cheerful. It's a little dark now.
A little dark now. Yeah. That's when you just nod and smile and be like, okay, well, you have a great day, bye.
I work in bankruptcy if you really want fun conversations. I'm the first line. And you know what? That it breaks my heart. Like because of COVID, there's no fault of their own. They've lost their job.
Yeah.
But then I get other people and go, really? You really needed the Tesla? Really?
Yeah. Really, you know, that's what I don't. Okay, so car insurance is where I work. So people are like, I can't pay my bill this month, and I'm like, okay, well then maybe sell the BMW or the, like you're saying, the Tesla, the Mercedes Benz. You don't need all 5 of these. Like, have one. Which one do you use? Keep that and then sell the others. When times are better, buy them back.
Keep the one that you can fit the most people in because you probably have kids.
Yeah, right?
That's what blows my mind too. Yeah, when they're like, oh, this is too expensive. I'm like, it's expensive because you have expensive taste in cars. Oh, my favorite conversation. I'd like to add my 16-year-old son, and I just bought him this Jeep. I was like, be prepared. I hope you're sitting down. It's at least $5,000, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I hope you're sitting down.
I do. I will legit tell people that because I know people come on the line. They're like, I know this is going to be expensive, and depending on the type of car that you have for your kid, like it can be. Get them a junker, guys. Just if you have kids and they're gonna drive, get them something that will get them from point A to point B. They don't need the safety features. Honestly, that's all a distraction for them until they know how to drive. Like, get them something old and that will get them to point A to point B. Get them a van. That was my first vehicle. It was embarrassing. I hated it, but you know what? I appreciate being like able to see everybody because now my Corolla that I have, I'm just like, I can't see anybody, and the person behind me is right at my eye line, and their freaking lights are so bright. I miss my car, my van.
Honestly, yeah. My parents gave me like a 94 hatchback, and that's the car that I drove to school. And I'm like, you know what? It made me a better person.
Yeah. It's a
car with my mom. I drove a Dodge Spirit. It was a K car.
Like, don't get your kids these expensive cars. Come on.
No.
Now.
Oh, yeah. I could go on and on. I had someone got a Mercedes Benz for their daughter, and he was like, I taught my daughter how to drive. She's the best driver out there. And I was like, sir, please get off my line. I don't even want to talk to you right now. Like, you got to go.
You're like, it's like that Jennifer Lawrence like gift where she's like, okay, yeah.
I missed all that. I don't drive, so I missed
She's
that
a good
whole
driver.
Oh, you're lucky.
Oh, goodness. Okay, guys.
in my life because I don't drive, so that's one plus.
I wish I didn't have to drive. Gosh. Okay, the tangent is really over, guys. It's really over.
No, we're back to the tangent now.
Back to the tangent of the book club. Okay, here we go. So, okay, my next post-it note is when they're getting out of town and they go to the ski resort. You know, it's like it's not, you know, it's not during the peak season. There's nobody going to be there, you know, and they can get like the room and cash, you know, kind of they're trying not to leave a paper trail. And I was just like, in short, the ski resort was a perfect hideout. I'm like, I hope there's only one bed. Fingers crossed there's only one bed.
But he's too much of a gentleman, so you know he's going to either sleep on the floor or the couch.
No, exactly.
There was that half a page where they described the couch, so and he's 6'2" or something, and the couch is only 5 feet or something like that.
Yeah, he's like 6'1".
Yeah.
I love that though. You know, it's like when he's like the gentleman, and he sleeps on the couch and he's like hanging off because he's like this massive dude. I'm like, yes. But yeah, so my next post-it note after that is there is only one bedroom. And he's like, I got to put up the illusion that I'm a single guy out here. You know, it's like I don't have, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's fine. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Boundaries.
Perfect. Step. Perfect. Yes. And then after that, so I was like, yes, one bedroom. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to sleep on the couch. I'm like, no.
Nicole, you didn't specify in your request that you wanted one bed and no other furniture.
we have this couch that can pull out into a bed. No.
You put us up on the floor if there was no furniture. Come on.
That's true. That's true.
But she probably would have felt bad about it, extra bad. So then she would have been like, you know, we do have this child together, so it wouldn't hurt to like sleep. We could put like a pillow, like a line of pillows down the middle if you need.
If it makes you feel better.
It makes you feel better. You know, we've already done so many things with each other. You know, literally sleeping isn't the top of that list, you know.
I don't think they haven't really done.
You're right, Jen. You're right. If there was not a couch and he had to sleep on the floor, she would have been like, you know what? I feel bad. The bed is big enough for both of us. I like that joke too. It's like, the bed is big enough. It's fine.
Yeah, if they were friends to lovers, probably not, because then she would have been like, sleep on the floor. Do it. Sleep outside. I don't care. But they were, it's a second chance.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Then, like 10 pages later, she said something about skin-to-skin contact, and then she started unbuttoning her shirt. I was like, "Come on!"
Thank you. She's like, you know, I hear skin-to-skin contact is very soothing. I'm like, you're right. I read that somewhere too, in this book. Yes.
You read that in a Madison Faye novel. Don't even lie.
Oh, I did.
You're going to the living room to your hubby. Hey, hun. guess what I just read?
You know
Skin
what?
contact is good.
I tell him all the time, I was like, one of my love languages is physical touch. Please. Physical touch and gifts. So, and words of affirmation. So, like, pet me and tell me I'm pretty. Okay? Thanks. That's
Can we just amend the gift
that
part
is
to
all that I
books, though?
need. Oh,
Can
yeah.
we just amend the gift part to just, my love language is books. Just give me books.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gift parts of my love language, it's taken care of. It really is.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, just pet me and tell me I'm pretty. Thank you.
And
That
maybe
is
give
what
me a
I
taco.
need. Oh yeah, tacos.
Those do sound good right now.
The gift of books, right, Nicole? Yes.
I like Shannon. That's like 3 of the 5.
Why limit it to 1? You know,
all of it. You know what? The acts of service isn't my love language. No. The service one. No. I would like to be served. Yes. Not me being a
with
service.
touch.
With touch. With touch. That's 3 of the 5. No, you don't just get 1. No, that's not how it works. No.
Not Nicole's world.
You can get all 5 if you want.
There you go.
Well, the one time I did it,
Nicole.
I got a perfect split between 2 of them. So I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was a 3-way tie. 3-way. I'm like reading this book, The 5 Love Languages. I was like, yeah, all of these sound great. Yeah.
And it starts with 2 man that carries a gun. Okay.
2 of 5. Gotcha. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, okay. So this, my next post-it note is, she's supposed to be on bed rest because, she just went to the OB. She's 2 centimeters dilated. She's got to keep her feet up. No stress, right? Okay. So
Immediately gets hit by a car.
And then immediately.
Sorry.
Yeah. No stress, you guys. It's fine. Just go. And then, she almost gets run over.
Yeah.
I think she dilated like another centimeter at that point.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like that was the most intense scene of the whole book.
Personally. Oh, yeah. That was,
like, I was just
stressful.
like, what? What the hell?
And I don't know what it is, because I think you touched a little bit on this earlier, Nicole, where like we have a lot of moms. So you have the baby and you have the lady. For some reason, that's not as, like, even though you could physically take the child from the mother, I feel like there's something much more terrifying of like a pregnant woman in danger. Like, she's got the baby inside of her, so you can't really take that from her. But you could also take it from her in like very terrible ways.
But
I don't know why. Like, why is that so much more terrifying?
It is.
I don't
you're
like.
More vulnerable that way.
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
true.
Yeah.
You're less physically active when you're 7 months pregnant. Like, even though she ran through the forest like a champ, she was.
I want to know how big she was. Like, they never really explained how big she was. How are you running like that? I've seen people that are 7 months pregnant that can't run.
She was running, and then she also tripped over some stuff and like fell over. I'm like, oh
when
my
she
God.
fell and they said she landed forward, I was like, get to the hospital immediately. Like, there's danger, Will Robinson. Let's go. Let's get you out of here. I was not. Like every time she fell forward, I was like, don't do that. That's dangerous.
She was slipping
and then she fell on the ice. Like,
right
she was
slipping on ice. Yeah. I was very worried. You're right, though. You're right. I feel like the stakes are just higher when she's pregnant. Like, yes, we have had a lot of heroines who have children and they're very young children, but I think the stakes are higher when they're pregnant. Yeah, just because. Yes, they have a baby they have to look out for too, but it's a hindrance.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very terrifying. Terrifying.
I just remember that one scene. I don't even remember which book it was. I want to say it might have been the one with Wes where they were in that little cubby thing and they had to like hide the baby. And they like shoved it out the back hole or something. And I was just like, even that, I was like, as nervous as I was, I probably was less terrified of that moment, like the baby disappearing, than when she fell forward. I was like, oh, sorry.
You're
keep
absolutely
going
right.
back to
I forgot about that. I like blocked it out.
Did you block out the crazy, creepy man that was just like, you can wear this nightie and I'll put the baby to bed. Don't touch the baby. That might have been the best book. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. That was terrifying. He was definitely on another level of crazy. So yeah, okay. Anyway, so she's supposed to rest. She's supposed to put her feet up, and he's like, you know what we can do right here for hours without even leaving this bed. I'm like, all right, yes, cunnilingus, yes. And then he's like, do you still like to play poker? I'm like, sir, poker? No, cunnilingus.
I have a feeling Nicole's gonna rewrite all of these books with like all the extra scenes.
You should do fan fiction of these books. Like add more stuff into it.
Yeah.
Didn't I do that with Closely Harbored Secrets? I like took a screenshot of the page and like blacked it out and then just wrote over it. I'm just like, I fixed it, guys. We're fine. Everything is fine. I was like, no,
cool edited version.
That did not happen. Yeah, that was.
I remember that too. You sent it to me because I was just like, be prepared because it's not gonna be nice to you.
Yeah,
and you're like, I fixed. You're right. You did. That was a text. I fixed it.
Fixed it. Even Julie was like, you're gonna be mad at me, and I'm like, okay, great. Let's preface this book with you're gonna be mad at me. Created. And so I got to the scene where I was angry and I fixed it. So we're all fine. We're fine now.
Where I was angry.
We're fine.
We'll know in September, possibly August. I can't remember when Closely Harbored Secret is. I think it's the end of August.
Oh yeah.
We'll go into details on that.
We'll be talking about that book, and I will read to you my edited version, and you can vote on which one's the best. It's
all right,
fine.
I gotta get on that live show.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Julie just because I know that it gets fixed by
you
Julie.
Would go with Julie. You would.
Because it got fixed in such a beautiful way, and I was like, okay, like I'm not crying. You are. It's all right.
So we're talking about Closely Harbored Secrets, September 1st.
September 1st. Okay.
Okay.
I knew it was gonna be the end, towards the end of the month.
Yeah, I just signed up for
Or the beginning of September.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. This is actually a post note where I said you could have given us some cunnilingus, Julie.
Really?
I did. I wrote it right in there. I even spelled cunnilingus right because I Googled it. I was like, oh my God.
She knew she was going to be showing it to the live stream.
I was like, there's so many I's and N's. What the heck? 50 Shades of Closely Harbored Secrets. Yes. I would read it. I'm not crying. You are. Someone's cutting onions nearby. Is that what you said earlier?
Oh, I always said someone needs to stop the ninjas from chopping onions nearby. Because you know that they're just chopping that shit up real fast. Releasing all the fumes that make my eyes water.
Yep. Okay, we actually talked about my next post-it note is when like the Braxton Hicks were not Braxton Hicks, they're actually contractions, and she should probably go to the hospital.
That was getting foreshadowed a lot, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like the first time she even mentioned the Braxton Hicks, I'm like, oh no, you're having that baby.
That's
early.
not good.
She was like, this baby's coming. As soon as she was at the OB and she was like, oh, you're 2 centimeters dilated. I was like, I feel like you should be more worried. I feel like.
Right. I was like, what?
Well, especially then when she had like the blood underneath her and they're like, we're going to need to look into this further. And I was like, yeah, you probably need to keep her monitored.
Should probably monitor that. Right on the
and
page.
wasn't that before she got hit by a car?
That was
Or
after.
almost hit by a
That
car?
was right. That was directly after.
Yeah.
Literally right after she gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
Or not her, but
That was after the initial appointment, and then she gets hit by the car.
Okay.
When he's taking her to the bake shop or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the
hot
bakery.
chocolate. Yeah.
Which I was very angry at him for doing. I was like, don't go across. Like, there is someone waiting for you outside. I've read these before.
Right?
seriously, Aaron, I was like,
donuts, they kept on bringing up donuts. I was like,
yes.
I can't.
Seriously, Aaron, I was just like, someone's waiting out there for them. And I was like, these people did not get their script. They have no idea what's in store for them. They have no idea.
Don't go into the basement.
Yeah. Don't go through the back of the precinct.
Exactly. Don't go into the bathroom at the precinct when there's only 25 pages left of the book. You do not leave the female main character. You don't do it, because that's my next post note. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go to the store and get you this medication." I was like, "No, that's a terrible idea. Actually, you should not leave her."
And didn't he leave his gun with her one time before, but didn't that time?
Yeah, I think when he was looking at something and she was in the vehicle and he left the gun with her. Yes. I don't exactly remember when that was, but yeah, he did. But yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna run to the general store before it closes and pick up the medication she recommended for nausea." I was like, "She's fine. She can deal with nausea. We are 25 pages to the end. You are not leaving her. You are not leaving her, because something is gonna happen. And what happens? Something happens, and she's got to run out in the woods." We're a practical book club. We are. Absolutely.
100%.
100%. I was like, that's not a good idea. But okay. It's like, I'll bring you back something to help with hydration. I was like, I'm sure she has Gatorade. I'm sure she does.
Or Powerade or something.
Something to help with the electrolytes. That's why she's nauseous. She needs electrolytes. Oh yeah, my last post-it note is, okay, it was literally in the epilogue. Epilogue, and then this line here. Blaze had invited her and Natalie to stay with him until Maisie could find a job and save enough money to move out.
Like, was that a conversation they had? It's like, "Oh yeah, you can stay with me until you move out." Like,
their conversations were one-sided. It was just like, "Oh, okay."
I'm like, is this serious? This is the epilogue. They should be in bed together, waking up and like, "Oh my God, my life is great." And then she's talking about moving out. I'm like, what the?
In that same, I think it's like a couple sentences after that, she's like, "I felt weird when he wasn't sleeping next to me." I was like, "But you're talking about moving out." Like,
yes, it's actually it's the first line of the book, or of the epilogue. She's like, Maisie rolled onto her side in bed, instinctively reaching for Blaze. She hadn't slept alone since leaving the hospital 2 months ago. 2 months? 2 months. You guys. 2 months? You sleep in together in the same bed. It's been 2 months, and you haven't said the "I love you." You haven't said, "Oh yeah, you're basically moving in. It's fine." He's got the nursery all decked out. You're just gonna move that. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys.
But if a man just handed me an engagement ring without saying "I love you" first, I'd be like, "Wait, we're skipping a couple steps here."
So true. You're right.
Like, I'd be like, "Okay, you're a serial killer and you're gonna kill me." Okay.
Yeah, like, it's very strange. Very strange. And he just literally just says, "Marry me," and she's like, "Yeah, yes, okay, thank God, because you're talking about moving out a page ago." Like, what the heck?
Not even a page.
Let's contemplate and wonder, well, he's proposing and all, but does he really like me?
Wait.
She didn't do her work on how big the ring was. Maybe that was the deciding factor. How big the ring was.
She's like, "What is that?" Gosh. But yeah, that was really cute how he proposed. That was great. He got his act together. They both got their acts together. But yeah, that's all of my post-it notes. That's it.
Nice.
Was anyone else worried that Sergeant Maxwell was the lead?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. I was sure, like, honestly, when she tased the guy in the bathroom, I was like, is it Maxwell? And then we go away from that moment and we go to the other person. I'm like, that's not okay. I need to figure out what's happening with this person. But yeah, I was just, when he said Maxwell was with me, I was like, damn it. Like, I thought that guy was for sure the bad one.
Well, it would make sense because he knew everything. He was the one person that knew everything.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. That is true. And it turns out to be like the person who was leaking everything was just some guard in the police station. I was like, first of all, how are you privy to all information? You're not even on this case. Like, are you just eavesdropping outside the office? Like,
that's why I was wondering if it was like Isaac's partner or something, as like one of the EMTs or something.
Yeah.
He's like got a cup. He's got a cup on the door. He's like, "Oh yes." He's like writing it down. Yes. God, I'm like, okay. First of all, rude. How come this is the 30? Yeah, the 30-second conversation is him proposing. That's it.
Yeah.
But at least
the conversation, it was marry me and yes. That's
all.
words.
And that's really what's needed. That's it.
Because in the next book, we're going to be like, oh, yeah, these two got married like 6 months ago. And it's like, that's so sweet.
So adorable.
Hopefully. And then we can just make that up.
Hopefully,
can we clone this guy? Like, make him a real person? That'd be great.
Yeah.
He is so, like, he's just so.
For us
like,
single people out here.
He's so suave. He was just like, oh, yeah. Like, he's like, women, like, can't say no to him, Derek. And he's like, he brings the mint chocolate chip ice cream. He brings, I was just like, you know your way. You know your way.
Couldn't handle the constant talking about how tight his jeans were. And like every other, I was like, how many pairs of jeans does this man own? Okay. Like,
and first of all, like, how do you run after people with these tight jeans? Like, I don't understand. Yes, thank you so much. It's great. 5 out of 5 stars, of course. 5 out of 5. Yes, the Seaside Cafe series. We're talking about that in the summertime, leading up to the release of Partners in Lime. And she just started writing. The last book in the Seaside Cafe series. So
when she posted how she knew how it ended, I was just like, no.
What, Alicia?
7 books in the series then?
7.
If she's written, okay. I wanted to make sure I had them all correct.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
6
know.
comes out.
I don't know if I can share this, but the title of the last book is Plead the Fish.
Which she had that on the thing.
Absolutely right.
I love these titles.
They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So great. You're welcome. Thank you for writing them for us.
Thank you for writing
them.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
How are the audiobooks for the Seaside Cafe? Because I just got the first audiobook.
I like them.
They're good. I like them a lot.
Really good.
I was bummed when not all of them had the audiobook.
Agreed.
But
yeah.
you can only do so much.
I think I've got the arc for the Partners in Lime. So
there's
I was just like, what?
And now I'm gonna be banished.
That's okay. All right, everybody.
See you later.
Live stream's over. I gotta go. I have to give like some other people like a chance because I think it was Closely Harbored Secrets where I got the arc for it, and then Julie herself was like, I don't even have author copies of this book, and you got a copy before me. I was like, should I send it to you? I'm sorry. So sorry.
Oh yeah, I have Closely Harbored Secrets.
Ah, okay.
Oh, do you? Okay, yeah. Partners in Lime is coming out. Is the next
July
31st.
Okay, yeah. I've gotten all of them up until this point, so thanks to the publisher. But they're only e-books. So, but I love the series.
It's so good.
I want to visit that town so badly. Yes, I want it to be a real place.
Yes.
I want to go like sit and have tea with her aunts, just being like, can I have some honey for my tea?
Every time I read the ants, I always think it's the 2 ants from Practical Magic, the movie, not the book.
Yes.
That's what I always picture in my head are those 2 ants.
They're so great. That whole series, every bit of it is fantastic. There's not a single thing wrong with those books.
Agreed.
It's not a single thing wrong.
And this little kid. Miss Beverly hit Grandpa. And that will forever be like the one thing that I remember him for, because that scene was the best.
That scene is the best. Oh, and also, so it has been, released. The cover has been released.
Oh, yes.
For Julie's indie published Cozy Mystery series.
Yay!
So,
Burden of Poof.
Yeah,
love it.
The Bonnie and Clyde mystery series, the first book, Burden of Poof.
September 15th.
Yeah, looks great.
So adorable.
Pre-order your copies now. Is it still just available on Kindle for the moment?
Yeah.
Yes, it
just
is.
For now.
Because you can't order, because I was talking to Julie about this, and you can't pre-order a physical copy. She has to actually put the manuscript on there, and she doesn't want to do that yet because it's not done.
There.
It's not done yet. Not a single hasn't read part of. Listen. Don't do that to me, Julie. Because I swear.
I was like, I'm almost tempted to ask, like, is there going to be a kiss? But then I don't want the same kind of response that we got for the Kitty Couture. There is a kiss.
And it's between the wrong people. Not the kiss that we're looking for. Oh, and I'm actually a character in this book.
Yay!
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited. I hope I'm the killer. I really hope I'm the killer. I was like, please. It looks so adorable. I cannot wait for this series. Yes. So releases on the 15th of September, and we're having a live stream for it. Hold on. The 29th?
Oh, yeah.
We're having it like 2 weeks after that, right?
Yeah.
And
like all of them, if there were spots available.
Yeah. We're doing September 29th.
It is available on the sign-up sheet. You can put your name on there. But yeah, so we're having the live stream for Burden of Poof on September 29th. So
we also figured out the rest of the year.
We've welcome. We've done that. Not the kiss we were looking for. So true.
I love when you find out you're going to be a character in a book, though. That's awesome.
I know she sent me sent me like screenshots of the pages. I'm just like, yes.
my friend's writing a children's book, and he asked if he could name one of the characters after me. So I was like, oh, of course.
You're like, yes, 1,000 times yes.
For sure.
You're welcome, Julie. Yes. Thank you so much.
Lindsey.
I'm so excited for this because I know how hard you worked for this, and I know like you walked away from an amazing opportunity to do this, and I just cannot wait to get my hands on this book.
I need it now.
I need it now.
But
I'll need all 3 or 4, however many there are going to be in this one.
8? There's going to be 8?
I wanted to say like 5, but I think you're right. 8 sounds more familiar.
There's going to be 8 in this series.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So exciting. Okay. But that's the Burden of Poof. It's so far into the future. The next book club live stream is going to be Roll of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo, and that's going to be on May the 5th. Bring your own margaritas. I can't be sharing with everybody. Take a screenshot. So yeah, May 5th. May 5th is Rule of Wolves. If you don't remember what happened in King of Scars, that's totally fine. We have an entire live stream discussion about it, and you can watch it. And that's what I'm going to do.
I don't want to read it because everybody tells me it's really bad. Everybody feels like it's awful.
Nicole doesn't like it because she hates Zoya. That's the only thing wrong with it. So if you don't like the character Zoya, that's you might not like it. I didn't have a problem with it because Nikolai is one of my favorite characters.
If there was more Nikolai, I would not, I wouldn't say anything. But Zoya has like half the book. I'm like, the fuck is this?
With a fun spin-off. I was like, is it Clyde? Is it the cat? Does he get his own spin-off?
Clyde gets his own points of view.
Well, she did say that the epilogue's going to be from Clyde in the first one?
Oh, yeah, she might. Possibly. I think she's deciding. Woohoo!
You're so welcome. You shouldn't have to wait for the library.
I cannot wait for Friday either, because that's when season 1 comes out on Netflix, and I'm so excited for that series. Woo-hoo!
I'm a little confused on how they're tying them both together, though, for the first season of the series.
I think they're going to change it a little bit from the book itself.
I think they need to, because Alina was annoying. To be perfectly honest, she needs to not be annoying. I couldn't. I'm like, I can't with you.
Well, I was like, hopefully, Six of Crows standpoint, because Six of Crows takes place 2 years after the ending of the the series of where Alina and Mal.
That's why I'm wondering where they're going to tie it in, or how they're going to tie it in. That they're going to be in.
Maybe they've got to get.
I think this is how the crows are coming together. So
okay,
I'm here for it.
I'll watch it either way, but I'm just curious. I'm like, wait, that's a few years later down the line.
I was telling these guys earlier. They had they do little character reveals, and all they had was Cass just putting his hand on his cane. And I was like, I'm ready. There's literally not a shot or plot point. It's just him on his cane, and I'm like, yeah, okay, sign me up. I'm here.
Honestly, like
is my favorite.
Kaz Brecker could step on my neck and I would say thank you. He's just fantastic. He's great. How much do we have to read for the show, do you think? Probably just the first book, because I think, as the series progressive as it gets renewed, you'd probably get books 2 and 3, but you should probably read Shadow and Bone for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Once I watch it, I'll let you know.
I know I was late on that one. I was looking it up on the Google Doc. For Rule of Wolves or for Burden of Poof?
I don't know if we have it all the way. I don't know if we've released all of the other ones because we have till the end of the year. We planned it all, guys.
On the Google Doc, I have until Burden of Poof, so you can sign up for Burden of Poof. Don't everybody rush at once. Then
Nicole, you and I have to talk about this book I've been reading from Stephen Graham Jones. Just
yes, yeah.
It's the only book of his that I honestly put down because it scares the living crap.
It's
so
scary.
Don't read it. Got it.
Which book is that?
The Night of the Mannequins, and I'm sure you can
hell no.
what happened.
I'm already out.
Jen's like, mannequins? I'm sorry, bye.
And I'm like, I can't.
You said it was scary, and then you said mannequins, and I was like, no. Like, I already feel like anything is going to come to life and just kill me at that point.
And I'm not a wuss when it comes to, I can't watch horror movies, but I'll read it. But this, I was
either.
I live alone. I can't do this right now.
Live alone. No.
Even when I live with people, I can't do it because I'm just like, no, and they're going to get possessed and they're going to kill me.
But I got so excited when I sent you that picture of both of those books. I found those online. I was like, yes, for really cheap.
Yes. I know a lot of his books are hard to find.
And that one is a chunker for him. Like, it's like 400 pages. I was like, because he doesn't write that thick for books.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Sorry, I'm going back to the comments here. Funny that mannequins was a moment where it's too much. I'm sorry, mannequins? No.
No, because as soon as she said that it was scary and then mannequins, like I can immediately imagine like 50,000 ways that's just bad.
And it's pretty much what you're pretty much imagining. Like I thought, okay, maybe I'm thinking too much in my head. It's what you're imagining, okay?
And I have an overactive imagination. I put the book down and it would just get worse from there.
You're like, awesome, it's terrible.
No, I stupidly started listening to the audiobook at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, no, that's too late. I want to do this.
I'm like, I'm done.
You can't.
I almost, my Fitbit went off, no, my Apple Watch went off the other day, and it was just like, you should move. And every time it does that, I immediately think of Beverly, and I'm like, I really want to read these books now. I don't want to wait until July. I was like, can I read them now and then read them again in July? Like, will I remember all of it?
Everly's Fitbit is always telling her to, like,
gotta move.
You gotta move. Like, listen.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Each tries her best. Dang.
Can I just say also, so Julie posted a photo on, I think it was on Instagram. I am several days behind, so it's probably like a day or two ago. But it was her desk. I think it was the cat. There was a picture of a cat, and she had her Fitbit on the desk, and I was like, oh, is that the inspiration for Everly's Fitbit? I failed. I should have not thought too much about it. Just gone with my gut.
Probably is. And then also for everyone who is joining us for the Percy Jackson read along, Bree and I, we have discussed, because we were dividing these books into kind of manageable chunks, but there's so many books in like the Percy Jackson world and like related books that, we were at the pace we were going, this would go well into 2022. So we have decided to kick it up a notch. And so we're reading a book every other week. So the next one is going to be May 13th, and you'll have to read the entire book of The Last of the Olympians. And that is it's going to be on Bree's channel, this one here. So yeah, 4:30 Pacific, 6:30 Central.
Is that the fifth book in the series?
It is. So it's the last book of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. The next series that we're reading is the Kane Chronicles, and more information on when that date is going to be. But
Everybody's telling me that they love the Kane Chronicles.
Yeah. Charles has said that. Charles says that's his favorite series is the Kane Chronicles. So, but yeah, so we're going to be booking through these, pun intended. Yes. So if you're a part of the Discord, we're going to be updating the graphics and the timelines in there. Also, we'll be sharing on social media. But if you're not a part of the Percy Jackson Read Along Discord, the link for that is going to be in the description box, so you can stay up to date on all of that. But yeah, it's gonna, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna get through it pretty much this year. We're gonna get through all of Rick Riordan's work. So
nice.
And then Bree and I are reading The Color Purple after that.
Oh, are you? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. King Chronicles is next.
Read all 4 of the first Percy Jacksons, but I have the 5th one left. I actually have it on my bookshelf. I unearthed it. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It was hidden behind. It was the second layer behind like the first layer, so you know that you're never looking at those.
Yeah, I know. Like mine are double stacked too. I don't know what's behind these first books here.
Mine are triple stacked.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Mine are you.
It's whatever you can do to fit those books on the shelf,
I'm so cheap that I'm making my own bookshelves because I don't want to spend the money on these bookshelves.
Your husband did that, Nicole. The bookshelves behind you are the ones that he made.
I'm making them with wooden crates. I'm stacking the crates and stacking it, and then
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw once that someone did a wooden crate chair bookshelf thing, and I was like, if I had that, I'd buy all books.
My dogs are barking. Sorry, Elle.
I heard it.
You can hear that.
I'd say roo-ga-roo, but he can't hear me, so
he can't hear you.
What's the purpose of that?
He hears the diesel. He's like, what's going on out here? My husband has probably loaded the camper. We're going camping this weekend, so he's loading everything up, and I'm just sitting in here. It's fine.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty chilly up there. So
I've never been camping.
2 hours north, and it's like 20 degrees cooler, and I'm ready for it. My dad built me a closet on our porch for me. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
I love it. I want the closet in here because this is technically a bedroom, but I would like the closet in here to be converted into bookshelves. That conversation hasn't gone very well, but I'm trying. Because my husband's like, well, when these bookshelves are full, you have to stop buying books. I'm like, that's not how this works. Sorry.
That's not how any of this works.
Not how any of this works. Because apparently, when I fill up the bookshelves, the books just get stacked on the floor. That's how this works.
My family was screaming my name when I was moving because I had like 22 boxes of books. Yeah. My family was screaming at me. They're like, "We hate you." Like, I'm like, "Thanks, great, thank you."
So many books.
I remember the first time my dad moved me, and it was like I had picked I thought, "Oh, here's a big box. I'll put all the books in a big box," and then there's less boxes. My father was cursing me a blue screen.
The worst.
Dolly out and everything. He's like, never again.
My mom did that. I was on my honeymoon, and my mom is packing up my room so I could be ready to move out when I got back from my honeymoon. I was like, Mom, and she was like, I'm just helping you. And I'm like, okay, you're just like kicking me
Changing
out.
the locks on the door.
That's hysterical.
Like all my shit is on the fucking the driveway. She's like, here you go, just drive by and pick it up. I'm like,
in trash bags.
Like, thanks, Mom. And then she put literally all of my books in one huge box. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead, pick that up. Go ahead. I'm waiting. And no semblance of order, not alphabetical order or anything. She just threw them in there. I'm like, thanks. She's like, my brother did the same thing.
I had them organized, and he reorganized them before we taped them up. I was like, yeah, I had them organized for a reason.
He's like, no, you organized them wrong. Stop it.
Yeah.
Doing it for you.
Like, I'm carrying them, so I get to work. I'm like, whatever.
My mom is probably watching this. Hi, Mom. Thanks. Love you.
I'm surprised my parents haven't said anything because they did say that they were going to pop in. So maybe they heard you say cunnilingus one too many times.
Mom, if you heard anything.
They're like, oh, we got to go.
Been like, we'll just tell her that we popped in. It got a little graphic and we had to go.
Mama Joe, if you're watching, Google cunnilingus.
Don't do that.
Mama Joe, do it.
Oh, goodness.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my lovely special guests.
Yes, thank you guys.
We got Alicia, we got Erin, we got Sarah. Please follow them. Their social media links are going to be in the description box for you. Thank you, Jen. She's here all the time, so you're not as special.
Hey, I felt better. I honestly, if I felt like I did last night, I would have been on my bed, like sideways, like up here, being like, "Oh, hi guys, I made it." I was prepared to be horizontal for this one.
I was preparing to be horizontal for this book too, but that didn't happen. So
you wanted to be upside down on the handstand.
Oh my god, handstand sucks. Yes,
that will never be burned out of my head.
I mean, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I love how you screenshot it and sent it to everyone. You're like, "This is what I was talking about."
But she sent it to me like on Twitter and Facebook, so I'm like, thank God my dad doesn't.
Yeah.
Social media.
Oh my gosh. It's like your dad's not monitoring this, is he? Here's a screenshot of the handstand sex in this book.
Definitely not what I was thinking. I thought about it.
Honestly, I'm just like, this is impossible. I don't have the upper body strength for this. But the people in this book are military, so they do have the upper body strength. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you for that.
The picture didn't even make sense. I was like, that's not what I was picturing in my head.
Not even a little bit. I figured someone was standing normal and someone was doing a handstand. And then you sent it to me and they were both doing a handstand. And I was like, why are you complicating it like that? Just at that point, put yourself normal way.
You just had to be extra.
You're like, wait, why are they both doing handstands? I was like, it's handstand sex. You both have to be doing handstands for it to be considered handstand sex.
Nicole, have you read Quarantine and Chill from Kenya Wright?
No, I need to.
There's some illustrations in there.
Oh, I know. I did know that. I did know that. Yes, and it's not suitable for work.
When you're reading them because you don't want a kid seeing. Let me just put it that way.
Don't read it at work. Read it in the privacy of your home while you're in bed. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Just not with a kid in the room. Or a nephew or no.
Don't make sure no one can read over your shoulder.
Exactly.
Because there's some graphic pictures.
I will never forget the one time I was listening to India's live from Life as a Page Turner, and she was reading a sex scene, and my 3-year-old little brother comes running in the room. I'm like, no! Like, I'm like, turn out. I'm not ready to have this conversation with a 3-year-old.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That's so funny. I'd be like, turn it up.
You would, Nicole, being like, your parents are gonna have this conversation with you later.
Like, go ahead, ask your parents what cunnilingus means. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I love you all.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.